is this telling me to rotate my device? It is rotated. Sorry, this is going to be a pretty lame live stream if I can't get this to work. It's showing me I am rotated. I don't understand. It wants me to film like this. I don't want to film like this. Curious what this looks like. Hang on. I don't know why this needs to be so difficult. And I can't even find it. What? There it is. Nope, it's showing sideways. What the heck, man? Sorry, folks. Just trying to set this up, which I thought was set up fine, but apparently not. I'm going to have to film portrait mode. This is not working. There we go. Alright, well, see, now the weight of this is not going to work in this position. Holy moly, cannoli. This is going to fall. Alright, I think this is as good as it's going to get. Sorry for all the commotion. I thought I had it set up fine. I don't know why it's doing it this way now, but I got it standing, so whatever. This is the thing about doing things live. You never know when it's going to go on. And now my epoxy probably got hard because I've been doing this. Okay. So, what I've got here, I'm working on this tail. What I did first, get some of my solution here. This is the Aves safety solvent. It's basically a thinner for the epoxy, smoother. You can use rubbing alcohol, you can use water. They all have different type of feels to them. Water kind of just smooths along the surface. If you use rubbing alcohol, it kind of breaks it down a little bit, so you get like a mushier, I guess, breakdown of the epoxy. The solvent is actually kind of in between. It's a little more oily, so it kind of does both, and I really like it for that reason, because then you don't really have to choose which one you like better. It's kind of best of both worlds. So what we have here, what I did first is I dremeled down the tail as much as I wanted here, just to keep an armature of the tail. So I took a lot of that off, and I rebuilt up this side. So we're going to work on the other side now, because if I would have done the other side while I did this side, I would probably just smush absolutely everything I did on that side. So now we're just working along the armature of what is already there and what I dremeled down. Basically, I start by like just noodling it up a little and getting the motion of how I want things to go, kind of trying to keep the bottom of the tail thinner than the top, because that's usually how horsetails look. So you don't want to put too much epoxy up on the top here, because I'm going to start on the thinner part on the bottom and then detail that and then do it over the top, which is kind of like how I did it on this side. You can see, because then you get nice layers in the tail. as well. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just doing some noodling first. Getting some direction in there. This is very difficult working in this position now. Thanks, YouTube. I can't even see what I'm doing because now I have to work in the shadow of the phone. There we go. This is better. So I'm getting some basic shape in there with a thicker color shaper. Clay shaper, color shaper, they're called two different things. It's a silicone tip. I mean, I've just been using this one forever, so it's like already covered in epoxy. That's why it looks weird. So my husband is on a conference call upstairs, so he's probably coming through on this phone as well. I might have to put on some music here. This is the new working from home deal here I gotta deal with now. You can also hear him walking around up top, so if you hear a lot of creaking and cranking, that's him walking around while he's talking on the phone. So we're getting some shape up in there. It's really cold down here. Alright, I'm gonna have to put on some sort of music here. There we go. How about that? I'm gonna have to listen to this for a while. This here is that gum scraper thingy. I had it on my favorite things website. I'll link that in the description. It's a bunch of things that I like to use. This actually comes at an angle, but I was having trouble working with that angle, so I just bent it straight. So yeah, there's that option. But these things are great. They're like, you know, they're little things that you can like massage your gums with. They're fairly cheap. You can get them like pretty much anywhere you can buy like a toothbrush. But they're like really detail-y, like color clay shapers. So highly recommend these things. I'll put links in the description, of course, when I am through here. I can't really do that right now with the live stuff, so stay tuned for that later. And I'm just doing this very basically on camera because the way that I had to set this up, I can't really work like this, so I can't really do so much. But hopefully it gives you an idea of just how it kind of comes together. Swap it. kind of want this flowing outward. So I'm going to detail it first because I don't have like an armature to make it flow outward right now. So we're going to lift it once we detail it. Okay, since we've kind of got a detail going, I'm going to kind of break it away from the tail because I kind of want it flowing that way. This is the most disastrous live video ever. Alright. Never posted the link for you all to come watch. Not that this is going to be such a great video, given all the catastrophes that have happened so far. But so as you can see, I kind of detailed it there already. I mean, if you have an armature or a wire you wanted to stick in here first, you'd get something more rigid to sculpt on top of. But I didn't do that, so just letting the epoxy do its thing. See, you can kind of like dig into there and kind of cut out what you want to make it flow the way you want it. That's why I like this little shaper thing a lot, because it's firm enough to do that sort of stuff with, and yet soft enough to like not crumble it when you do it. So I'll have to fiddle with that a little more, because I kind of want it a little more swishy than that. But let's break this one out. So you kind of break that out. Oh my gosh, these songs are like too short. So we're getting there. Something. Sorry, I just have to play music because my husband's on a conference call and he's literally right above my head. So just going in order of royalty-free music, so get what we get. And now it's something okay. Alright guys, sorry. This has been disastrous. This is just not working today. So hopefully you got something out of that. It's still a mess. I'm going to have to do a lot of fiddling, but hopefully you get the idea. And I'll post a link to a bunch of things in the description and stuff like that. So sorry for the cruddy video today, but we're going to have to end it here. Thanks for watching though. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time with hopefully a better, consistent, and not as disastrous video. Bye!